breaking the grip of his lapel hand. Now, we used to do this with both hands like this, because, well, that just works, but currently that's forbidden. There are other options though. I can break it with one hand if I take a one-handed grip on the end of his sleeve, and then do quick snapping pulls down, like this. Quite often that doesn't break his grip instantly, but his hand will slip down on my lapel, and when it's further down it's easier to break, and also he doesn't want a grip down there, so he will try to go back up again, and at that moment it gets very easy to pull off his hand. Don't do it like this in one motion where you try to pull it down. Instead, short whip-like snapping motions. And that works. Now there's a second option. I'm not allowed to do it with both hands against his arm, like this. That's forbidden. But I can use one hand on his arm and one on my own gi. Now this is tends to be a quite defensive grip break. I can push away his arm and do nothing, but that will get me Shidos pretty quickly. So if I do something like this, go for a grip with your second hand and go for an attack. And go for a real attack, not something that everybody can see is just fake. So if I do something like this, that's still quite risky for a Shido. The third option, especially if my gi is no longer in my belt, breaking his grip on my lapel when his grip is very high is very difficult. I can get it further down simply by moving my gi. So up there, pretty hard. Down there, gets easier. So I do that by just taking my own gi into my hands and turning it around. Now his hand is further down and I can do the whole snapping thing again. And that breaks his grip. The last option, this time I'm not whipping his sleeve, instead I hold it on his wrist and hold it in place, and I whip my own lapel by grabbing the end of it and snapping it down. Again, don't do it in one motion and try to pull it off. That's hard. Do it in a series of very quick, very fast snaps. Again, don't just break the grip and be happy with that. That's very risky for a Shido. Instead, break the grip, get a better grip, and attack. Like this. And yeah, those are options to get rid of the lapel grip.